The Rise of Captain Kindness, How a Little Hero Saved the City with Good Deeds. In the cheerful city of Brightville, where the sun always seemed to shine a little brighter and the streets buzzed with laughter, lived a quiet boy named Leo. He wasn't the fastest runner in his class, or the strongest, or even the loudest, but Leo had a special gift. He noticed when people needed help, whether it was picking up dropped books for a flustered teacher, sharing his lunch with a friend who forgot theirs, or even just smiling at someone who looked sad. Leo loved making others happy. He never expected a reward, he just liked seeing people's faces light up. One afternoon, while taking a shortcut through Harmony Park, Leo spotted something glimmering near the old oak tree. Curious, he knelt down and brushed away the leaves, revealing a golden bracelet engraved with tiny hearts. As soon as he slipped it onto his wrist, a warm, sparkling energy rushed through him, and a gentle voice whispered in his ear, "Kindness is your power. Use it well." Leo gasped as he suddenly felt lighter, stronger, different. He took a step forward and whoosh, he zipped across the park in a blur. He grabbed a falling ice cream cone midair before it could hit the ground. The little girl who dropped it blinked in amazement. "How did you do that?" Leo didn't know, until he helped an elderly man carry heavy groceries up a flight of stairs and felt his muscles surge with strength. Or when he told a joke to a crying toddler, and a golden glow radiated from his hands, drying their tears instantly. That's when he realized the more good he did, the stronger his powers became. Meanwhile, high above the city in his gloomy, floating laboratory, Professor Grumble scowled at the happiness below. "Ugh, all this laughter, all this helping, it's disgusting." A genius inventor who'd grown bitter after his inventions were ignored. Grumble had built his greatest machine yet, the Gloom Generator, a device that spewed thick, gray clouds of negativity over Brightville. Within hours, the city changed. Neighbors bickered over parking spots. Kids argued over toys. Even the mayor snapped at his assistants. The streets darkened, and the once bright city felt heavy with frustration. Leo, now calling himself Captain Kindness, knew he had to act. But when he tried to confront Grumble directly, his powers faltered because anger and fighting weren't kindness. Then he had an idea. What if he didn't fight Grumble alone? What if he got everyone to help? With a deep breath, Captain Kindness climbed onto the fountain in the town square and shouted, "Brightville, we can fix this together." At first, people grumbled thanks to the gloom cloud, but Leo didn't give up. He started small. He helped the arguing sisters rebuild their sandcastle, and they giggled as they worked side by side. He carried a box of lost puppies to the park, and soon, a crowd gathered to play with them, their laughter thinning the gloom cloud. He even handed Grumble's lonely assistant, Mitzi, a cup of hot cocoa, and she smiled for the first time in weeks. One by one, the people of Brightville joined in. They picked up litter, returned lost items, and shared umbrellas in the rain. With every act of kindness, the gloom cloud shrank, until only a tiny, sputtering puff remained over Grumble's lap. The professor stared in shock as Captain Kindness floated up to him, not with fists raised, but with a hand outstretched. "You're a great inventor, Professor. What if you used your machines to help people instead?" Grumble hesitated, then sighed. I did invent a cookie maker that never burns batches. That's amazing. Leo beamed. With a final pop, the gloom cloud vanished, and sunlight flooded Brightville again. Grumble, now grinning and handing out free cookies, became the city's newest baker. And Captain Kindness, he kept his bracelet ready because there's always someone who needs help, and no act of kindness is ever too small. The end. For now,